There we go. Now there should be sound.
Is there sound now? Can you hear me? Faja, can you hear me?
I believe there is sound. The bar goes up and down now.
Yeah. Wah, 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 wah. It's moving, so there must be sound now, right? Can't hear you. Can someone confirm if you can hear me? There we go. Way.
Thanks, Darren.
Thanks, Mr. Watson. He'll be back in a terribly...
Yeah.
I'm painting Knights of Avarice. These are my Knights of Avarice. They're here. There's some of them here. We're going to do a Trench Crusade League. I've been talking about it. I'm going to make it happen. So start building your Trench Crusade. We've been sitting on the fence. If you're unsure if you could play in the league because you haven't got enough time, still build a 700 Ducat Warband and just come along for every now and again, and then you can upgrade. We'll let you know how we're going in the league and where we are, and you can just bring your boys along, and you can just play because it's just for the people involved in the league. We just need to get so many games in, and really it's just an excuse to build. For me, it's just an excuse to kit bash Trench Crusade models, which I love kit bashing, as you can see here. This is This is my. He's a priest. It counts. This is my priest. This is my leader of my Knights of Avarice. He's got a big bull head. He's made out. I'm putting LED into my Legion flyer. Ooh. I'm doing a Knights of Avarice. This is him. This is the leader of my sneaky rib cage on the back. Look at that. It's hard to see. The camera's like more focused here. Yeah, he's got a big bull helmet. So this is made up of his legs are from a new what are they called? Sigmarine. I'm so sorry. I can't remember what they're called. His legs are from a new Sigmarine. His chest and arms and gun are from an Atlantic War Games Spaced Marine kit. It's like a kind of weird version of some sort of armored marine in space. His head is from a random bric-a-brac thing I got ages ago. And then his cloak is made of tissue paper mixed with PVA glue and water PVA glue and texture paste, which I found out from Grimdark Miniatures, the painting guys, the Grimdark painting thing. And then I put some little pouches on, which are from the kit the Space Marine kit. Well, also I think one of them is from a World War II, because this has got all of them have got 4 or 5 different little bric-a-brac kits I picked up that I ended up being that part would be really cool on a demon model. That part would be really cool. And I really want them to be gold because they're the Knights of Avarice. So these are the worshippers of Mammon. This is nearly my entire warband. There is 3 more models. Spoilers for my warband, making myself at a disadvantage. There is 3 more models in my warband. There are 3 wretches. I think I've just figured out literally as I got here what I want to do for my wretches, but yeah. Plastic glue? No, I have not got plastic glue. Sorry. Kieran's trying to get casual highs. Right, yeah, so that's what I'm doing today. I've also been... Legion, though. I've heard they've got a new set for Legion. I don't know about Legion. I'm not it sounds really weird. I don't think... Legion? Yeah. I've already got a ton of it just sitting around in the house, but now, is it that classic thing of is now time to sell? Is it because... Kieran, is there any Gungans? Do you care?
I do care about the game. I really liked it. There are no Gungans.
Oh, well then, you know what I mean?
But
there's a but, everyone.
The new edition should be really good. I kind of miss the Star Wars game being that scale rather than the skirmish one. I've been enjoying a big scale game. What are you painting, Russ? Hi, Daryl. I'm painting my Knights of Avarice. These are kit bash models I made for Trench Crusade. They are a mixture of... That's why they're gold. That's why they probably look a bit like Custodies from here. These boys here. But they are my... I'll even tell you what the models are. Okay, cool. Yeah, actually, yeah. So this is a 3D printed model. This is actually 3D printed. This is an artillery witch. I don't know that looks... Somehow it gets worse. I feel like the closer... Is that better to see it from there? This is my artillery witch. It's my artillery witch. And then here I've got one in my hand. These are my anointed. So these are heretic anointed, all in gold armor. Because obviously Knights of Avarice, all about mammon, the like all about greed. And then my leader here. They all have names. I've already wrote their names down. I can't wait for them all to die and do absolutely crap because I've put passion and love into them. I understand how campaign games work. You create the thing you love and then it breaks your heart. Like children. You create the thing you love and it disappoints you. Like children. That's what I'm working on right now. These are my Knights of Avarice for Trench Crusade campaign that I'm looking to put on. If you want to join it and you don't want to do the crusade, or be a part of the campaign, I'm just going to do drop in and drop out. The main campaign players, I just want them to play the games and build our army up. And then for the people who can't really follow along in the main rush of it, just come along and play whenever you want to play it. Build your armies up, take posters, stick them in the WhatsApp group, take posters, take pictures, stick them in the WhatsApp group, have fun, build models, have a giggle. I am going to be doing my War Machine again soon, but I'm going to order the magnets because I have a giant magnetizing project going on for my War Machine because I now own 4 copies of all my lights and 4 copies of all my heavies, and they're getting magnetized. So that is a lot of work. So I am having a little break before what I feel like will be bash my head into a magnetizing wall. I don't know. We'll have to see. I've got a hit at my fringe at the minute. So that's something that's coming. What is everyone else working on? Please let me know. I know Mr. Darren is putting LED lights in his Legion flyer. Oh, what flyer? Is that the note? Are you playing the Empire? Because there's 4 factions, isn't there? There's the 2 old ones and the 2 There's the prequel armies and there's the Empire, the Separatists, the Rebels, and then there's I have the Empire. I have Empire at home. I just like the Emperor. I like Pappy Pulp. I'm a big Pappy Pulp fan. Yeah, always have been. Always will be. Big, just lightning. Chose the dark side of the Force. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not really. It's really weird, but lately I don't think I'm a Star Wars. I want to say this very carefully because I realise I'm a nerd and I need to keep my credit. But I would say I like Star Wars, but I feel like I might be hitting Vince Star Wars out. It's good, but I don't think we needed to have 17 films, 4 spin-offs. I'm great that those things exist. Great for the people who like them. It's just I don't care. I don't mean that in a mean way. I want those things to exist for people who like them. It's just I'm not super fussed by it. But that doesn't mean I don't enjoy the films, and doesn't mean I wouldn't play the game if people were hey, come play this game. Because I already own the models for it, so why not? Why the frick not? They're sitting in a cup. I know actually exactly where they are. But yeah, Knights of Avarice is what I'm painting at the minute. I'm also doing Star Wars Legion. I've also done a little bit of my old world. I'm waiting on a second. My lists have been revamped, reinvigorated, brought back to life. But that's a big painting project that I have a really cool idea for and I'm very much in love with. And when I was doing it, I was super happy with it. But I want to make sure I've got everything I want for it ready, so I can kind of, when I begin, I'm just going to break myself on that wall. I'm just going to be this is what I do now. I paint old world. And I want a list for that, and I need a couple of wizards that I want to get, and I want to find models for them. I'm very particular on this. This is a bit of a passion project, even though I want an army that's functional and can fight. I don't need to be the best army. I just need to win 40% of its games, or have a chance to win 40% of its games. I don't care if I only win 10%, 1%, 2%. If the problem's me, great, love it. If the problem is the units don't work, or I think the bigger problem for me is if they don't work how I feel they should work. That's more the issue, which is absolutely my feelings versus actual fact. Which might sound a bit how you're going to balance that, but that's why I play different games if I don't like that thing. So yeah, that's me. But I'm super pumped for Trench Crusade for an aesthetic thing. I've also got, I know there's some guys doing Turn of 28.
I've already got my Turn of 28 stuff ready. Have had it for a while. There's some little bits and bobs that I had that I could work on for that, like just slap some paint on. I love painting Turn of 28. It's a super fun game. I hope everyone who plays it really enjoys it. It's such a giggle. But I've got some other little projects I'm working on as well. I've been looking at. I'm going to play some digital war games, which sounds really weird to say. So there's a game called Malagast, which is you literally play it online. There's a TTS mod for it. There is no real other way to play it. I mean, you could print out a board and like play it physically, but you don't have to. It's not a requirement. And I'm going to play that with my friend Ara. Me and her are going to play some Malagast at some point in the future, and I'm super excited about that. Because I really like the guy who made it. It's the guy who made. I've already ran the RPG Kane for a few friends, well, for Ara and Theo, and I really enjoyed doing that. It's the guy who makes Lancer, and I'm a big fan of Lancer. That's another project I've kind of got in the background. I'm going to build some Lancer characters and try out the combat system for Lancer, because I like. It sounds really fun, and I wondered if just as a mech combat game, it'd be a bit more interesting. More for like cinematic. Like I don't really need my mini combat game to be super like power gamey. I just want a really fun, goofy one because I love mechs, but I love big ratchet mechs. I don't like these like. I don't want to say I don't like them. I'm not a huge fan. Like I don't mind Gundam, but like I really like hideous mechs. Like, give me a good clunker, you know. Like, I don't think that's fair to call these things hideous because some of them are really, really cool. But if you go look at the world of Lancer, I really love the art style of their mechs. I really like how they feel. It's like Gamma Wolves. I really like the art style of Gamma Wolves as well. It looks really cool. I played like a couple of games, so I can't really give it a fair review. I enjoyed what I played. I liked how it kind of worked. But it really felt like it wanted to be a campaign. Like it didn't feel like the sort of game. Like I feel like Trench Crusade, from what I've played, which isn't a lot. I think I played like 5 games, maybe 6 games. Like Trench Crusade feels like you can play it as just a game. But I feel like when we play Gamma Wars, like me and my friend Dave who were playing, we're really like, this feels like it wants to be a campaign. Like, why do I care about all these things? I have all these abilities that are like campaign-related abilities that are like specifically designed for campaigns. It's like you already feel like so one-off games. I feel like Gamma Wars is something you want to play a campaign for. So yeah, and I haven't had the time to invest, and I don't know anyone else who likes big, ugly mechs, or even just who wants to just play a mech game. With big mechs, not little mechs. Big mechs. I'm not gonna lie, I like big robots. Give me big robots, please and thank you. Just give me big robots and big robot models. I love like the idea behind Titanicus. I just think their robots are derp. Like some bits of it I love, but like they're like that. Like they're like big squat boys that kind of just want to go bop 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 bop. Nah, I want weird things. Like give them like. You know, like mechs are so impractical anyway. Just stick, you know, why do you need just use a plane? Like you want to decimate an area, do it from orbit. Like you know what I mean? Like why are we doing it? Why are we putting on legs? Who wants that? If anyone's typing, I can't see it. Sorry, everyone. The live typey bits on Facebook. But yeah, if you'd like to tell me what you're up to, please let me know. Kieran is here. I'm not just stolen his shop. He's spraying wood elves. He's spraying wood elves for Old World Outback. Yeah, so he's going to be painting a little bit of wood elves tonight before we call it. Yeah, it's been. I'm excited to see. I played a game. I played with Sibs, so that's my second game. First game with my Chaos. Really enjoyed Old World. I got absolutely obliterated, and I still had fun. And I think that means I think I'm in. Like I don't know if that's because the game's good or because I just I just liked playing it. It was decent. Because I was playing a lot of Soul, SOVL. I think you still pronounce it Soul. I don't know why, but playing a lot of Soul just to kind of scratch that itch. Yeah, because I've been really liking it. The only thing I didn't like, I don't like how cannons. Maybe a big loser, whatever. I don't care. I like how cannons I feel like this should be happening when they move. I mean, no, it shouldn't be hard to rotate a cannon to the right or left, but I kind of liked how when I was playing Solve, I liked how you had these they had really the arcs were surprisingly wide, but basically where you place your cannons was important because that was their vision for the game, right? So they're very powerful, but like itty bitty living space kind of thing. And I didn't enjoy. It's not that I didn't enjoy. I thought it was the cannon seemed very strong. I've only played against Cathay, so that's a very jaded opinion. See what I did there? But yeah, the cannon seemed great. It made me want cannons. I want a big gun. Give me a big gun. And the Chaos cannons I've heard, when your cannon is like a pet dog that can run away, I don't want a cannon that runs away. That seems problematic at best. Yeah, went from 5 views to 2 views. I'm the worst. I must be so boring. Oh my god. I'll place my moral value on this now. I will not. I don't care. But yeah, it's been a real interesting ride playing all these different games, having a bit of fun. I even played the goddamn Gundam card game because somebody, the owner of the shop, was like, come play, and then I gave in because I'm an idiot, and I came and played, and it was good. It was actually quite good. It was I'd know very little about Gundam. I used to watch it when I was younger. There was one in particular I used to watch a lot, but I couldn't be oh, it was I wasn't. I've always struggled with names of things, and that is a really big one where I'm there was robots, they fought, it was dramatic. Very political dramery. Don't know which one it was, but I liked it when I was younger. Yeah. Oh, what was that weird one? Was it Mega XL? That's always when I think of mechs. I'm like that. Now that was a show with a mech in it. Yeah. I don't know what else to say. I am waffling because I'm here alone, and I'm trying to keep words so everything keeps moving. Yeah, I'm paying my Knights of Avarice. This is a big thing for me. I really like Trench Crusade. I have been thoroughly enjoying I've been listening to the lore for a while, and I played a few games early on, but it felt like it needed a bit of work. Wing. Eddie, I really hope you're sober, because you just wrote the word wing. Go on here, drunk on Facebook, just typing in words. Just coming on. Wing. Great, buddy. Big fan. Oh, God. But yeah, really been loving Trench Crusade lore for a while. Yeah, I've always had a bit of a thing about the monotheistic religious kind of stuff. I always find it really. I like my demons. What can I say? Who doesn't like a good demon? I love a good villain. And yeah, it's got some of the coolest villains. And I've always had a soft spot, maybe as a D&D player as well, for Mammon. So that was Gundam Wing. Yes, have you been playing the card game? Gundam Wing, Eddie? I've enjoyed it. I'm not going to fully confess right now. I'm not going down that rabbit hole too heavily. So everyone calm down. I will play a little bit of it. I'm a Netrunner player now, and that is very cheap. It is incredibly cheap. I even have a bit of... I'll be here tomorrow with some of the guys from the Wildlings playing a bit of Netrunner, actually. We're going to do some Netrunner stuff. Ivan's coming along as well, I think. Ivan's going to come along and help out and teach some people Netrunner, and we're going to go over some Netrunner stuff. I say teach. It's more like a refresher course for Netrunner players. But yeah, Gundam Wing. Yeah, surprisingly enjoyed that, actually. Yeah, and as someone who was it'll be fine. I don't mind the Bandai card games. Get it? Not you playing. That's it. They're not. Oh, we can't talk about him. No, they're not. They're not like that. It's such a. I don't like him. I'm not a fan of the The N word. Well, okay, so yes, I am playing. Well, I'm playing the Knights of Avarice, which are part of the Heretic Legion. So they are the bad guys in this world. They are, I guess, the closest you could describe them as the Axis, but it's very different. Like I think if you like a little bit of like historical, there's a tiny bit of historical in there, but obviously, realistically, it's a lot of fantasy. It's like in my mind anyway. It's a lot of fantasy with some real world stuff mixed in, which I like the mythology of like I said before, of the monotheistic religions. I'm a bit of a sucker for them. As someone who is, this feels a bit heavy, but like I'm not a religious person, so it's all just shits and giggles to me. It has no weight. But yeah, I'm very much enjoying it. I like Mammon, as I said, as a D&D player guy. I think I've always had a soft spot for. Mammon actually comes from the ancient Hebrew word, basically that just means money. He's but I like him. He's a cool villain, and I like the faction in this. They're all about like they're very like war is a way to make money, just because they have snazzy uniforms. True, my guys literally have the snazziest uniforms. They're made of gold. Yeah. To be fair, Hugo Boss may be involved with there. Does anyone be? No, we can't. We can't mean the Germans. But yeah, I'm a big fan. There are technically in this world, the Germans are still the what's it called, the new Roman Empire, whatever they are. They're still like called that in this one. They're the Heretic Legions with the, I wouldn't call them snazzy uniforms. They're very, very burnt, but they do have that kind of like, they're very evil though, and I think we instantly assume like evil bad guy meets kind of like World War II. I mean, we knew who the villains were, right?
I probably left the room with models.
Why? What have you done? You smashed the models or something? Or?
Well, loads of them were in pieces anyway.
Oh, really?
So I've glued them back together with far too much glue.
Okay, brilliant, yeah.
I've then picked up a primer and I've sprayed my own nipple.
You sprayed your own, nice.
Just applying nibbles to myself. So I'm having a bit of a day with it, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey guys.
We're talking about Trench Crusade a little bit. Eddie was asking me. There was also mentioned Gundam. He was like, Gundam, wing, and I was like, is Eddie drunk? He's just typing the word wing in the chat. I'm like, how much danger am I in? But yeah.
I mean, Eddie turned up to our starter event.
He popped in, didn't he?
He was here.
He was.
Till he got his promo. Then he was like, screw you guys, I'm just going to go and play on my own.
I get it. I mean, I've hung out with you before. It makes sense.
Wow.
Yeah, no, I went NA for mechas. Now, see, I don't think it's not applicable for mechas. I'm gonna guess nuts or something. I don't understand the abbreviation, but I get I don't need to understand it. I get what you mean, and that's all language has to convey is meaning. So I'm going to assume you went crackers. You went crazy for mechas. Yeah, I'm a big fan of. There's an RPG Eddie called Lancer, and it's full of big crazy robots, and I really want to.
I sent you a link to a rulebook for a mecha game.
Yes, I've looked at it before. I need to read it again. I don't know why there's something about it that makes me go, I think it's model agnostic as well. Oh, it's because it's tiny. Yeah. It's little scale. That's why. It's another little.
No, it's a big one. The one I sent you.
What do you mean by a big one? Like
as in you basically use like massive fucking mechs, but there's only 2 or 3 of them.
I mean, I do love that. Really.
Like, where did I say it? Was it a WhatsApp message? Should I just
Probably.
Send it to you?
Maybe.
Well,
I'm called Russell. New Antioch. Yes! New Antioch are very cool. Count what type of New Antioch as well, Eddie? You could just be classic New Antioch. Like I'm playing one of the... So whenever you play Trench Crusade, for anyone who's listening, all Eddie, Jesus. Yeah, New Antioch are really good, Eddie. You could also look at the sub-factions of them as well, which are quite cool. So if you like a specific part, there's normally a sub-faction that is like absolutely sings to it. Like there's also like the Scottish, I think, or like the Albion Legion of it as well, which is really cool. So that's quite good. And I think Watson did that as well. There's also like the Red Brigade, which are like, I think like I want to say Polish maybe. Mac Attack. Yeah. Is it finished though?
24 days left.
No, okay, loads of time. I might back it a little bit, like, even though I've got a little bit in.
Just a digital rule book, so it's not so. Now we're going to play model, pink titties model.
Huzzah!
Even worse.
God, look how pale my arm is. It almost looks translucent. Oh, is this one? It almost looks translucent. Oh, God. Yeah, big fan of new. I love all the factions. I could gas for hours on. I want my British Landship. Who doesn't want the Britannia? Yeah, that was a fucking cool piece of lore. Pardon my French. That was a great piece of lore. Who's on here? Just mean someone else. Yeah, the Britannia lore was like that huge idea of like this. I don't even know this, Eddie. I don't know how big you are on some of the lore, but basically, Russell lore time, absolute bollocks, half right, half facts, half fiction. Basically, the skies are more controlled by the good guys. So that's like New Antioch, that's like the Sultanate, that's like all of the like it's not the Trench Pilgrims. Trench Pilgrims can barely dress themselves. But the bad guys control the seas. Right? So the bad guys control the seas. They invented the first submarines, and they have these huge, what they call like, I can't remember, it's called like crazy, like some crazy class battleship, right? It's terrifying. It's massive. And they're meant to be mockeries of Noah's Ark. So all the other ships can like dock with them and refuel at sea, and then so nothing even has to come back to land. And that's why one of the sub-factions is the naval raiding parties for the Heretic Legion. But Britain was like, we need to defend our land. So Britain did the thing that I quite like in a lot of games, which is it goes very defensive. And we built the mega ship, which basically defends the British Isles. And I'm not gonna lie, we're not like in this lore, we're not the chillest about it, because we do what we kind of do now, which is like the colonies are like, hey, you're gonna help us, and we're like, nah. Like, well, even Ireland's like, hey, do you want to like make sure they don't annihilate us as well? I'm like, no, we've got to watch England really, like, you know. So it's like we're not the chillest, but obviously it is a very dark time in the lore. Like, you know what I mean? Like, everyone's been challenged, so. Yeah, very cool. Love the ship. It looks, the concepts behind it. And I love how it can go off land and sea as well, like, boom, boom, like, and it goes into the water as well, so it can, like, crash into the ocean and then, like, fight them at sea and push them back. So cool. Like, so cool. If you ever get the chance, you probably have listened to him, Scanner Barkley, who makes the YouTube videos. I will warn, it's content is not for people who are younger. Like, he does use, obscenities. He does use obscenities. No problem for me, but I'd rather mention that before I send someone to go listen to something, and they're like, "Hey, you didn't warn me. He does bad words," and I'm like, "Sorry," but yeah, flipping New Antioch. He does some really good like almost like fan fiction of like little battles in just so freaking cool. I love how he makes me think about New Antioch. And I think my favourite unit for New Antioch, though, in the game is the... Oh, okay. But I've got to remember what it's called. Fuck, I'm really stuck at this. It's the dude with the helmet on. It's like a guy who has a helmet who can like hear the voice of God. And he's basically like a Jedi. Like, he's got like... It's like he's like a crazy battle monk, and he has like a stick. He basically fights with a spear, which I think, as kind of said, it's a stick with a pointy bit on the end. So it's still a stick. Yeah, and he's really cool. Where I think if we're going to go for the Sultan of the Iron Curtain, I would say my favourite unit for them is the Lions of Jabir. The Brass Bulls are cool. The Brass Bull, I'm going to go Lions of Jabir still. I like the idea that Lions of Jabir have personality. But for sheer moiter and power, I'd probably look at Brass Bulls. I don't know if they're any good, but like the look of them aesthetically is like, well, the giant Lions of Jabir are kind of cool. Kind of cool, yeah. Oh gosh, really love the Lions of Jabir. People like the Assassins. I'm like Assassins are cool, I guess. Assassins are, I get them. We can have the Heretic Legion can have the Death Assassin guy. They are kind of cool. Yeah, they are pretty cool. Yeah, the evil with the Tartarus blades. That's a pretty freaking cool piece of lore. That's a scary piece of lore. I'm trying to think what else there is. What else? It's not the Martyr. Isn't the Martyrdom engine? Oh, the Anchorite. That's it. The Anchorite for the Trench Pilgrims. Very cool. Very cool indeed. Damn, that is a cool model. I've got the check the models out. They're great. If anyone needs any help getting models, I can try and help them out as well. But I really really like I really like the stuff that is available for Trench Crusade. I think it's super freaking cool. Yeah, I'm a bit. I can't admit. The seven-headed serpent though. I mean, the Cult of Metamorphosis is the one I'm hanging on for secretly deep down inside. Mammon, number one for now. Black Grail, pretty cool. That's how I started with because I thought I had the models for them. And then I kit bashed my Knights of Avarice. But I'm really excited for the Cult of Metamorphosis. Give me bug people every day of the week. Like weird, angelic, fallen monster people who like only want to understand the voice behind the cryptic door. That is. Like, come on. Like, that's the coolest piece of lore I've ever freaking heard. Yeah. It is now 8:29. I bet people are going to bed. That's why I've got, like, one homie. But yeah, big fan of Trench Crusade. Big fan. Really enjoying the lore. Really enjoying the community that we've got going at Bay as well. People seem interested. I should post a picture. See if, I'll do a little shout out. Let's do a little shout out. See if anyone in there. I want to talk Trench Crusade with people. People should come entertain me and talk to me about Trench Crusade. Where are my peeps? I'm gonna summon them. Let's see if I can summon some Trench Crusade nerds to listen to me rant about Trench Crusade. Kieran and I are streaming. I'm ranting. TC, come along and rant as well. I want people to rant about Trench Crusade. I'm in the mood to talk about it. I want some of the lunatics to babble at me about Trench Crusade. Please come babble at me about Trench Crusade. Oh god, War Machine. Oh, I'm not watching that yet. I'll deal with that. Nonsense. No, back to painting. I want enough of this chilling out. Let's put some more gold on a model. Oh, I'm really excited about this guy. He's super cool. Right, actually, do you know what it is? I'll show you a trick. I like this gold. This is the gold I use to paint everything, really. Right? It's great gold. I don't know if my approval means anything, but I find it very watery. Right? Great doing airbrush though. So what I like to do is smash a little bit in, and then like a thinner, right? Like a thinner, I go in and I get another gold, right? I've got a gold pen now. That was freaking great about a gold pen. I go get my Vallejo old gold, right? Vallejo old gold. Bang, in it goes. I'm not going to tell you how I do this. Mix it till you feel happy. I just want things to be a little bit faster. Maybe I'm impatient. I take that criticism 100%. But I mix it together because I want it to be a bit thinner than like the traditional. Look at that crap. It goes so thick. I don't like how thick metallics go. And I feel like when you thin metallics with water or with the mediums, it's not that great. But when you thin them with this stuff, it like keeps that like goodness, and I'm a big fan of that. So yeah, so that's my hack to making nice golds that are a bit like better on application for me anyway. Maybe you have better ideas. Like obviously painting them all with brighter colours can help. Probably not white though. I'd probably just go for creams. I'm really tempted to try them over purple. You know, like actually try it over like a really rich dark purple. I bet it would do like a really beautiful color over that. Like I think it would help the gold pop a lot. It would give it a lot of strength. You know, kind of like putting yellow over pink, like really bring it to an orange. Yeah, I probably should have done that. That would have been a smart, intelligent, creative thing to do. And unfortunately, I'm Russell, so yeah, did not do that. I'm not smart, intelligent, or crazy like that. Also, I wouldn't have had to paint the capes a whole different thing. Yeah, wouldn't have had to paint the capes a whole separate vibe with a whole different. But the one bonus of painting the capes are though that I don't if I go over, I now have a colour that I can instantly paint over. And I know I own it and I know I can fix it, kind of thing. So I feel a bit better about that. I love just smashing gold on this. It is a bit egregious. Like I always thought I'd like kind of hate it, but I think once I start getting like different, I'm gonna street and grind these nerds. They're gonna be horrific by the time I'm done. I want them to be nasty. I want them to be nasty boys. So remember they come from hell, right? They're not chill guys. They're not good golden boys. They're the opposite of good. They're terrible golden boys. They're the worst. You know? They're the nastiest lads. Yeah, and I'm a big fan of how nasty they are. Big fan of how nasty they are. I'm still going to leave that. I might just put a black wash over that gun, you know. But yeah. It's a real kit bash. I love kit bashing though. That's been one of the most fun thing about these. Say what you will, like I love 3D printing. I think it's a super cool concept and I never want to take it away. I think like so we've got some amazing things. But man, something about just I mean, if people can sculpt models from scratch as well by itself, like if you sculpted the model, obviously way better than just kit bashing it like me. But like there's something about like that collage of like things and digging out bric-a-brac and like I'm so close to being someone like Bill makes stuff. Like that concept to me is like so much fun. I just feel like I'm too like I need to have a thing, like a big thing. Like I think I need to make mechs first. And I need to take some big risks and get some like little toolbox put together to do it. He's back. Jeez. Thank God, I'm ranting at them. At one point we had 5 people and now we have 1 again. So
Is that just Eddie?
I have no idea who it is. Who is there? Identify that. I want to assume it's Watson. I feel like it could be Eddie though. It could be our boy Eddie. I'm not going to say no. It was good seeing him though. It was nice seeing Eddie, Mr. Chatters. It was very pleasant. I'm a soft boy now though, Eddie. I'm such a soft, delicate boy now. Oh, I'm a tired boy as well. Absolutely feel a bit drained at the minute. I feel a bit drained, but I'm doing okay. What am I whinging about? Life's pretty good. I'm living. What more can I ask for? What more can a young man ask for? Oh, young man. I'm not a young man. That's the problem. Me, it is Eddie. Yeah. Oh, 2 others. Hello, people. Who's there? If you Trench Crusade people, shout something about Trench Crusade. Do it already. Make Kieran doesn't like Grimdark that much, right? Here's a bit of fact, Eddie. Mr. Bradwell, the owner of this shop, not a big Grimdark person. He likes more your classic elfy Tolkien-esque fantasy. Boo! Tolkien. I mean, okay. Boo Tolkien's a brave move for a wargamer. Yeah, what are you working on anyway, Eddie? I would actually love to know, because you're a big 40k boy now. You're one of the biggest 40k boys I know. If anyone ever did a 40k bigger than anyone else, it was Mr. Chatters. And Rooney as well. I've heard that Mr. Rooney is a big 40k man as well. 40k man. Going around with all the 40s and the Ks. With all your spaced marines and your Tyranids. They're cool bugs. Big fan Tyranids. Always will be. Always have been. Bam! The gold armor is done. Right, okay. Right. This might be what happened on these lads. I need to do some little bits of them, don't I? What time is it now? Look at Kieran's elves. I'll bring them over. This is what Kieran's doing. Look at all these nerds. I built these. I made these. It was awful. There's so many more of them. This is but a fraction of his power.
It's just one unit.
That's one unit. Who could be ringing you? It's Freya. Who knew?
Yeah.
There you go. Flee.
Hello?
Oh, yeah, get back to work, Kieran. Get him. Oh, look at that. Right, so this is the next bit, peeps. We're going to do my favourite bit of doing. Oh. Water! Oh, would you like some water, Kieran? Oh, Eddie's still, look at Eddie sticking it out. Wonder what, Eddie, tell me what you're doing. What, are you putting dollies together? Are you gluing dollies? Are you just sitting there chilling? Hope there's something dirty. I really need to lacquer these before I put anything else on them. So I need Kieran to come back so I can run away for a minute and spray these boys with lacquer. Because I'm going to make them really dirty. I'll show you what I want to put on them. My favourite sipping liquor. The greatest flavour of all miniature wargamers. Really? I'm just talking to I'm talking to myself.
Usual.
Yeah.
Nothing new.
Nothing new here. Is it? No. Is that it? Is this it? Oh, are you it?
Hey,
No.
Eddie. Sorry, I ended up priming
Why don't you
a
turn
ton of models.
your stuff on you want? Everyone's bored of what I'm painting. Everyone's like, ugh. This is just painting Trench Crusade.
I mean,
Eddie likes Trench Crusade, to be fair. He was mentioning New Antioch, and he was mentioning Gundam and other stuff.
Gundam's good way. It's so good. Big fan.
Big fan. I just wish Trench Crusade. No. What's that?
Eddie says he's going to paint Eldar soon. Eldar?
Eldar? Hey, beautiful. Hey!
Oh, crying. Hey,
He's the most beautiful boy. Am I about to make myself really fucking sad? Right, I want to stand up, everyone. Please forgive me for a moment. I might have forgotten the whole fucking reason I was here. No, there it is. Streak and grime.
You just came to streak and grind everything.
Everything. Well, yeah, I'm doing trench. It's the dirty trench, boys. If everyone's
Clean ones. Clean ones.
Ugh, no. I'm playing Hellbound baddies. Well,
They
actually,
don't need to be ugly.
what? I mean, they're horrible people, Kieran. I want them to be gritty and brutal. Some of us like gritty and brutal, Kieran. Not all of us want elves. Ew, elves. Can you imagine being an elf player? Ugh. Says Russell, who plays... I mean, I play evil elves, though. They're the best elves. Why play an Eldar, Eddie? I thought, what makes Eldar... I mean, I love Eldar. Why am I saying this? Eldar are kind of cool. They're actually the elves I like. Space elves, though, they're the best. Everyone knows there's nothing better than a space elf. Just on Xbox, gonna paint Eldar. Oh, on Xbox. Oh. Have you been playing any video games, Kieran?
No, I
I'm
know
gonna
I
ask
got
that.
tricked into playing Fortnite, but
It was a trap all along. It was a trap. I wanted to make you buy skins for
what my friends wanted to spend time with me. Clearly not. Just wanted to troll. Apparently.
Yeah. I'd spend time with you playing a video. I don't know what video game we play right now. Not Fortnite though. God, not Fortnite. Anything but Fortnite. I remember Mr. Owen Rutter Jr. Big O was actually a Fortnite player for a while, and he was like, Fortnite's cool. And I was like, well, clearly I'm old. This was a long time ago before he had a child, though, so I feel like this is an unfair reflection of the man he currently is. But he might want to be like, hey, actually, I do like Fortnite. It let me bond with people, F you or so, like, and that's cool. Everyone's allowed to have their opinion, and that opinion can be wrong. It's about Fortnite. Yeah. Oh, look at this guy. I can't wait to slaver him in mucky muck. Make him all dirty. And then just begin the weird tidying up. Hey, oh. Sorry, how are you doing, Mr. Crons? What are you working on tonight? It better be dollies. By Jove, it better be dollies. Better be painting dollies. What have you been doing then, Mr. Brett? Are you excited for any games other than just Old World? Like, just enjoying painting, like thinking about what I've been dreaming Old World? Have you thought about any games? Or has life been too business related?
I'm actually fairly deep in the Gundam.
Oh,
I am enjoying that. It's the first time I've loved a card game for a while.
Oh no.
So
Uh-oh. That's an expensive thing to love.
it is. But
Yeah.
luckily there's stock issues, so it's not that bad for me.
Ah, thanks. See, Bandai was like, poor Kieran, he'll struggle financially if he'll just spend all his... No, I'm not going to make that joke. That might get taken too seriously by some idiot. He'd spend all of his own spending money, all of his personal money, and only his personal money. Nothing that would affect his family. On dollies, and we were like, we'll make sure nothing arrives. Yeah, I enjoyed Gundam though. The little bit I played, I thought it was fun. There's my badge of
You
approval.
got the Zaku deck, didn't you?
Yeah, oh, you mean with full frontal? Sorry, Kieran, there's a character called Full Frontal. How the hell was I going to remember the name of anyone else in that deck? It's like, oh, Zaku deck. Yeah, sorry. It was the guy whose name basically meant Flash People that really caught me off guard. I mean, if your name's a search term on certain websites, I think that's more distracting. But tomorrow I'm playing Netrunner. My 40k law for... Any 40k law? Oh, well, I mean, I could muster up some if you'd like. What dumb 40k laws Russell heard lately? There's always some. What dumb 40k law have I heard recently? Oh, I've got to probe a little. I haven't been prying the internet for dumb 40k law. I know sensible 40k law at the minute, which is boring, right? I know the law behind the Saturnine Marines. They're kind of cool. Oh, when I've got nice things to say about GW, it's so weird. It feels uncomfortable. It's like, this is not my natural state. I like the new box for... Am I going to buy it? No. I'm not going to play Space Marines. They have got some amazing cool models. I think we all know GW produce some heckin' good models. I'm a big fan of the Saturnine Marines. I think they look heckin' cool. If they sell them separately at some point, I will probably buy a box of Saturnine Marines. I will kit bash them into something else because I love kit bashing and I like those models. I like their ridiculous shoulder pads. They're heckin' great. I know their lore. They were made by the head of the green guys. Is that salt and vinegar flavour in Walkers? Green salt and vinegar or blues cheese and onion, isn't it? Yeah, so salt and vinegar guy, the head of the salamanders, basically figured it out, and then they all died. I think pretty much on that. So it's like, so the Saturnine Marines were like, they're kind of they're like a kind of, this would have been really cool if we had a lot of these. So it's almost like you're playing in your historical reenactment of Warhammer 40k game. So basically, yeah, you get to play the Forbidden Marines, which is actually kind of cool. Like, I'm not judging. I actually think that's super fun. I really like them. So you're getting 2 thumbs up, Games Workshop. I like them. Yeah. That's my law. They're made by the head of the... Is it Ferrus? It's not Ferrus Manus. That's the leader of the Iron Hands. Because his name's Metal Hand. Literally Ferrus Man. What's his name? I can't remember the name of... It's not Lionel Johnson. That's the head of... That's the Lion. He's the guy who wanders through forests. Magic forests, though. Nothing ridiculous. Heresy. No, not Heresy. He's a good one. Or is he? Who knows? No one knows. They've released the new models. They're bringing Chaos Dwarfs to Age of Sigmar. Woo!
They are bringing Chaos Dwarfs, yeah.
They're bringing Chaos Dwarfs to Age of Sigmar. I heard you like dwarfs. I heard you like chaos. Bam! Chaos Dwarves. Vulcan, is that his name? Oh, like the rubber. I like that guy. He always reminds me of Vulcan. Yeah, Vulcan. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, Vulcan finished off or helped the pattern or whatever for the Sat 9 suit. I can't remember what they're called. Sat 9 Terminators. I'm assuming they look Terminator-y, or maybe they're just Sat 9 Marines. I don't know. They're cool though. I like them a lot. I like the new big dreadnought. It's really big. And would you hear that?
Bigger's better?
Bigger is better, yeah. I think it was really funny, and I don't want to call anyone out, but someone in your chat was like, "Oh, they haven't done anything for Ultramarines in ages," and I was like, "Oh god, poor Space Marine players."
I think that was a troll.
I hope it was a troll because I mean, also it's fine. You can say whatever you want. You'll have your opinion. I'm not gonna.
It's got to have been a troll. I see.
They're like, "Oh, ma, where? What do you think about the humble Space Marine player?" Oh, it's funny. It's really... Nothing's been released for Ultramarines for ages. It's like, it looks at the 5 different fucking 1,000 flavours of Space Marine. Yeah, to replace Shark ones. That would be a kind of cool conversion. Isn't it that big guy who was part of the Space Marine Shark Boys who was like super big? There's some lore. There's some janky Russell lore. There was a Space Marine who was extra, extra large, and he fought in the ones that are called the Shark somethings. And he was so big he had to have special Space Marine armor made. I'm pretty sure he was as big as a Primarch. And he was like a huge guy. And yeah, he was really big and strong. And I literally can't remember what they're called, but their symbol is a shark. They're basically the street sharks of Space Marines. And that's a piece of lore, and he had really big armor. And I was thinking, oh, actually, that new Sat 9 like leader guy, if you could convert him into that big shark dude, that would be cool. Tiberius Wake. There you go. Big shark boy. Do you know what's really scary? I talk bullshit. It turns out it's real. It doesn't sound real though, does it? Like, do you know Space Marine Leader up poo? Like, do we have to go to the Red Wake? There we go. Yeah, that's it. Charcarcodons or something like that. Which I'm pretty sure is like just Charcarodons or something. Yeah, Charcarodons. Whatever.
Sharky Boys.
Shark Boys, yeah, exactly. Land Sharks. Street Sharks, yeah. The Street Shark Marines. Yeah, we get it. He was huge. He was a big guy. And you took that Sat 9 leader guy, snip, 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 made a little bit of conversion. Because he's a big boy. He seems massive. That'd be a cool conversion. Someone should convert him. He sounds really cool. A mega Space Marine who has to have mega special Space Marine armor made. That's the coolest Space Marine I've heard of. Probably not. They're all pretty kind of like a bit boring to me. He's the coolest boring thing I've ever heard of. Nah, he's cool. I like him. Charcadon. He's my favourite. No, my favourite's oh god, can't remember his name. He's technically a Chaos guy. It's Amphibious Bile. Amphibious Bile is probably the best Space Marine, right? Because he's just so sassy. Everyone loves a sassy doctor that just commits basically hate crimes everywhere he goes. And he's like basically just a walking like evil guy who goes around cloning everything. Like, whoa, what are you on about? I learned another bit of lore. Might be really common to everyone else here, but I learned that you know the leaders of the. I don't know if you know this. Did you know the Hydra? I can't remember what they're called. It's like the last chapter. The symbol's like a Hydra.
I know so little.
Oh, this is even better because mine is janky at best. So one of the factions of the old ones. It's the one. The whole point is that Primarch was tiny. He was like a regular sized dude.
Is he he's always stood on a rock or something in there?
No. It's the whole point is you can't tell who he is. So he's like they're like the faction, which is technically on the bad guy side, but no one knows if they're actually bad guys. And he has the whole like I'm like like that no I'm Spartacus, like that's his whole faction stick. They're all Spartacus, but by Spartacus I mean him. Because I love how raw accurate I am. GW should hire me immediately as like a what's it called, like a sage kind of oratory like passed down of law. Alpha and there was two, wasn't there? Yeah, there was two, wasn't there? Alpha and Omicron. Yeah, and the leaders of the Alpha Legion. Yeah, Alpha and Omicron. Yeah, and they were tiny. They were like regular sized boys. Alfarius, that's his name. Alfarius. And he was really small. Oh, was it Alfarius? Whatever, who cares, Eddie? Whatever, it's made up name. All names made up, to be fair, so. But, he's really cool. I like him. He's a cool boy. He's a sneaky guy. And I'm not really huge on sneaky guys, but I do like him. He's my favourite sneaky guy. I like him because he's sneaky. And he's a bit of a jerk off, it seems. Also, like, are they good? Are they bad? Classic. Like, who knows? And I mean, I don't know if there's any good law on like if they were doing good and bad things. That'd be fun though. Like, is it like, oh, are they good? Are they bad? Question mark? Question mark? Question mark? You should read. Just yeeting that model out of my hand. No one saw. It's cool. I didn't drop anything. Everything's fine. Yeah. I'm a big fan of weird GW lore. I mean, I know all the stuff that everyone knows, right? Like all the really dumb old lore where it's like I'm like a big fan of the Tom and Ben kind of lore hammer or your hammer ones where you learn like all the dumb old stuff. I still think my favourite one, hands down, will always be I mean, actually, one of the things I find the funniest is that there's no wolves on Fenris. That always makes me smile. Like, there's no wolves on Fenris, there's only furries. Anyone who plays salamanders is just a scaly. Oh, Kieran, how can you not love these models? They're great.
Like, Grimdark's just not my aesthetic. Like, I just don't get it.
You just don't get it. You just don't get cool bad guys.
Like, yeah, it's just never been.
Oh, I really don't want to have to do this.
Nothing.
Is there any new games you're looking forward to? Is there anything on the horizon or anything that you're like, this could be fun?
I haven't really been keeping up with much at the moment. There's been a few things going on in my personal life that have distracted me from what truly matters. All of that stuff.
Yeah. Have your kids been getting in the way of gaming?
No, not that.
Oh.
But it's just been a bit busy and.
Oh, the shop been busy. Oh, that's good, isn't it? The shop been busy, and that's. I mean, to be fair, that does mean that you're like, oh, this Gundam stuff's pretty cool.
Yeah, so I came along on Saturday. So we have our weekly play session, and we had our first one on Saturday. And I came along and played in that, and that was great. I got smashed as per usual. Terrible card gameplay, but I still enjoyed myself. And apparently I'm using one of the stronger decks, so I don't know what I'm doing.
Which is my deck the worst? Tell me my deck's the worst deck.
I don't think it is.
Oh, I like my deck. It feels like a weenie deck. Like you just like. Yeah. I'm really. He likes Grimdark when they are dragon ladies with fans. Yes, yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah. Really, was that ever Grimdark? What had Grimdark?
I don't know. I wouldn't have said it was Grimdark.
What was Grimdark?
Dark Age. He's talking about the.
Oh, I didn't think. Yeah, Grimdark was kind of gritty, to be fair. Yeah, but Grimdark was also like it was weirdly like it was very Tank Girls Grimdark. I don't think it was like full. And to be fair, you played like the non-Grimdark factions a lot of the time. Like, yeah, I would actually think, yeah, that is true. I don't know. It's a really weird line. That's a very funny one. I think it's like the old GW style. It wasn't quite like Grimdark. It was pretty Grimdark when it wanted to be, though. Like, some of the lore could be pretty meaty. That's an interesting... I don't know. Yeah, also Fangirl was definitely not Grimdark.
No, she was fan service.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. I can tell you about children now. That is fan service.
Dad joke.
Dad joke. Bam, you can say it. You can now make the dad joke. You're now officially confirmed. Never mind having children, now you're a dad. You can put
that joke did it.
You can put sandals and socks on together now, and no one's allowed to say anything.
Good. That's what I always wanted from life.
I'm really glad because that's all you're getting. That's all, yeah. I'm really glad because it doesn't. You're not getting anything else. Yeah, thank God. I was really worried you were going to be disappointed, but it's okay. Yeah, Grim. That's a really funny one because, like, in a way, because you remember there was like stuff like Mean Jelly Bean, right? So when we got in, it wasn't like super grimdark. It was just really weird. Because they tried to make it grimdark. They tried to get into the grimdark, I think, later on, after we joined in. But originally, you remember there were characters like MJB, right? It was Mean Jelly Bean.
I mean, what was that?
Like, I wouldn't
Mongo was not grimdark.
Now, I honestly, I'm going to say this right now. I don't think a lot of 40k is grimdark anymore. I think it's gone so far round, it's almost become like, it becomes silly. Like, that's the problem with Grimdark. It very easily becomes silly. Like, it becomes over the top. Like, the harder you try, sometimes the more, like, ridiculous it becomes. Like, and that's the problem with Grimdark. It can become, like, comical. And I think that's where it would get Kieran back in the game, when it kind of gets a bit comical. Like, I would say that 40k is like that right now. It's like, it's not metal enough anymore. Like, it's not, like, brutal enough. Especially when you've got some, like, Doom 1480 or whatever it is, and you've got, like, Necropolis, and you've got Trench Crusade. But that's pretty gosh damn. That's pretty grimdark. Like, TC is probably the most grimdark. Like, I even think the term grimdark's kind of like a bit like
grimdark.
Well, it's a bit farcical, right? It's like, are you really metal if you have to say, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's brutal. Is it really brutal if you have to say, oh, it's really brutal? You know what I mean? Like, it's like, are you cool if you have to say you're cool, kind of thing. But I do feel like the only way I could describe, if I was trying to use a term to describe Trench Crusade, is it is a bit brutal. It is a bit like grim and or dark. You know, the legions of hell have kind of pushed humanity back to their limits, like, and
to America.
Right now, TLDR, America right now. Children's sacrifices have been made at the font of progress. Oh, wait. Oh, wait.
Let's get away from world politics.
Oh, no. Oh.
Just dodge this one.
Okay, cool. It's really easy. Just never mention the horrors that surround us. Yeah, it's all this make-believe world that's terrifying. Yeah, nothing's grimdark anymore to me. I live grimdark. We live and breathe grimdark every day. Just go turn the news on. Yeah, yeah. I use the horrors of a fantasy world to make my real horrors seem less. I don't know. Oh, look at this boy! He's a beautiful trench witch. Everyone loves bombs. Everyone loves trench witches. We should. George game I actually quite enjoyed. Malediction. Saying it now. Surprised how much I enjoy Malediction.
You've said that a few times now, actually, so it really could stick with you.
Yeah, it's quite good. Yeah, it you know what it's like when we got into Batman. You know, when I was like Batman's trash, and then I played the new edition. I was like, oh no, Batman's actually quite good.
Yeah.
And now Batman's dead.
May not be, because this is just 9 models, right? They're just being more 9
yeah.
models than ever before because they've got competition these days. And they ain't going to be topped off this chart.
No. They're really trying to be the most unbelievably uncommunicated business.
There's rumours out there, and I actually don't believe it, but some people say they've had the license removed. If they've had the license removed, they're not allowed to sell anything to do with it, right? So I don't think that is necessarily true, but it would be a good explanation for why they've done what they've done. However, they could probably have mentioned it. At this point, like I one of the biggest lovers of that.
Yeah.
Did we find the Tau 40k that was left for Isaac? Just makes me chip to really ask the same question. Liam, give me 2 moments and I will go and look behind the desk. I did see a bag there. And if not, I will message.
Sorry, there's no Tau allowed here. Actually, I don't really care. Tau are like, does anyone
Hoof
really...
Fishman. Hoof Fishman. It's Grimdark, right?
Hoof Fishman. Wow, that is actually, do you know what it is? I don't really... They've tried to make Tau like weirdly evil now as well, when Tau are like the only like real good guys out there.
Tau actually good? Really?
Yeah, kind of. But now they use mind control stuff, and I'm like, could there not have just been one faction that actually gave people hope? Like, could the Empire not have just been bad? Like, and could like the other up and coming like new guys actually like have it right and be like, yeah, the problem is the Empire got corrupted, and that's why it's wrong, and like that's why they're the good guys at the Tau. And the Eldar could have been their friends, and they could like progress the storyline a little, where like the Eldar, like actually these Tau kids have kind of got their stuff together, like, you know, and then they could have tried to work with the Eldar and been like a bit friendly with each other.
So I actually don't know a great deal of 40k law. We've covered this before.
Everyone hates everyone. Everyone thinks everyone's is bad, and they're all right, and everyone else is wrong. But
What about orcs? I bet orcs don't hate anyone, right? Not really.
They kind of love hate everyone. Like everyone's just, how good are you at being a fighter? And if you're good enough that they like fighting against you, you're their favourite. Tau are the goats. Tau are the goats. They are literally goat people, yeah. Tau are the beastmen of this game. Like, I love that idea. Tau are just beastmen.
There was that limited edition model recently that's
Oh god.
Squats, isn't it?
Well, squats are back. They're just called, like, it turns out basically...
Not squats. Is it squats? The halflings, not the Votan.
Oh, you mean... Wait, I know this. Don't look at the screen. I'm going to tell you what it is. They're called ratlings.
Yes, that's it. It was like something that was...
Yeah. They've brought the ratlings back. Yeah.
Entrenchment. Handing each other sausages in the model. Like, really...
Yeah.
That's about the silly
Rattling sniper. Yeah, had rattling sniper teams. They're a mutation, and like they're consistent enough where I think they're like one of those things where they're not mutants. They're considered like a genetic divergence kind of thing, like where it's like, oh, they're okay because like they're clearly not a mutation because it's consistent. It's like consistent enough not to be a mutation, if that makes sense. They're like, well. I think it's the same with Ogryn. Like Ogryn have the same thing where it's like, well, there's enough of them, and like they're consistent enough where like they're not a mutation.
wishing you what eyes that left using. It's not hard to find something that you don't know what exactly you're looking for. I know that something with power.
That sounds healthy. Kieran's looking for someone, so you painting Old World. Kieran Bradwell is indeed painting Old World. I am painting Trench Crusade. Because there's only one thing I love more than Mammon, and that's me. Right, Kieran, I have to go spray these models quickly, so I'm going to have to wait till you come back. I mean, I could just spray them here if you don't mind.
No.
Oh! It's like realising you missed something and you're like, oh, that's cool, I'm really glad I missed that. Well, I'm glad I noticed it now, but I really need this to dry before I hit them with the lacquer. So it's like, grill, that's great.
Liam, I'm going to have to ask Isaac what he left it in. Give me a moment. I'll send him a message. I'm not sure whether I'm looking for a box, a bag, a useful box.
Should you say the alternate World War II game where the gates of hell have opened up, right? That's correct, Crons. That is absolutely correct. I am painting the Knights of Avarice. Here they are. I kit bashed my own models, by the way, where's the camera? I kit bashed my own models. And I made the Knights of Avarice. These are worshippers or followers of Mammon. It's all about that money, money, money. So I made the money boys. Yeah, and now I'm going to go blast these guys with some lacquer. And then I'm going to cover them in streak and grime, and then that's pretty much my mission for the day done. Pinching your lady spread things on. Just gonna take. Oh, I like Birdman. I brought a bird. Kieran, I'm not gonna lie, mate, but you might have missed a spot.
What?
The plastic bit there.
I can't see it.
What? Yeah.
Well, let's just see how things go.
Yeah.
At this point.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I don't need to take these all off. I'm just going to hit them with a matte lacquer. Like, it'll just seal it. If anything, it'll make the stuff underneath more resistant. Liam, no worries. Thank you for looking. Have a nice rest of the evening. You too, Liam. Bye. If you're heading off, staying though, then welcome. Liam plays Tau. How do you feel about it? You feel like you'd be a Tau enjoyer?
Me?
Yeah. You feel like you're the sort of well, because they kind of have that like sort of.
I like the Harlequins.
You like the Harlequins?
Yeah, I like Harlequins.
Oh, I didn't realise you were that basic. That's cool. I didn't realise you were that basic.
What's wrong with Harlequins?
They're
funky?
just like, they're like funky in the same way that like they're just so like everyone just loves the Harlequins, don't they? They're like, oh, I really like Harlequins. I'm like, oh, of course you do. They're cool. They are cool, right? They are cool. But they're cool in the way that like annoys me because it's like, because when they made them their own faction, I felt like they took something away from them. Why am I going out the front door? Why am I being that weird, kind of lazy, which isn't lazy, or it's just more work? Yeah, I feel like Harlequins were cooler when they were rarer, and like once you make a whole faction of them, I'm like, I love how elves are a dying breed, but there's still like billions of them. It feels like. At what point do you stop being a dying breed and you're back?
Apparently. Apparently I'm basic. There we go. I cannot really continue many stories on 40k. I'm not big on the lore. I'm not really understanding. I kind of played and played because I like some of the models. Currently I've got Ember Children. Mostly unpainted, but it's because I like the new Primark. Big and snaky. Don't really know a great deal other than that. I think Russell might have just been savaged by a seagull, which would have been worth watching, actually.
Oh,
What happened?
absolutely cacked myself. I stumbled and they all went because this board's a little wobbly. They all went a bit everywhere. Now I need to wait till this dries fully before I can do anything else. I might not be able to get these done here tonight. I'm hoping if I could get the base top coats done, I could just smash on the thingy and then leave them. Because it all takes like following the advice of Alex. Why do you get some greeny tokens then? What are these? What are these game tokens for? Is that just you have something to mark them with, or?
Oh, they were just in a goodie bag from Expo.
Ah, okay.
That's always useful to have a little tokeny thing here and there.
Yeah. Fair.
Reasons. So,
Right, which brush is the sacrifice?
I kind of made it the game where someone was using these elves to play Hobgoblin. I'm not sure what elves have to do with hobgoblins, but there you go.
Hobgoblin's the name of the game. So it's like,
Yeah.
but it's like Dungeons and Dragons has very little to do a lot of the time with Dungeons and Dragons.
Back in the day, though, did it? Was it mainly that?
There was very few dragons. There was a lot more dungeons though.
'Cause I can't. Like, I didn't play Dungeons and Dragons until I was a lot older. So I missed out on early.
I mean, it just counts on knowledge. Like I didn't play Dungeons and Dragons when I was younger. I played it when I was older. But then I looked into because I'm a nerd. I was like, oh, what was Dungeons and Dragons like in the past? And there was a video that Matthew Colville put out with a guy who used to play it way back in the day, and he talks about how Dungeons and Dragons was very much it was almost like your character. It was like a war game. It was much more like a war game-esque thing, where your characters. He was saying he went to this house once with a girlfriend or a partner at the time, and she got this potion which leveled her up 5 levels or something. And that was insane. That was so powerful. She was playing a wizard, so a level 5 wizard was absolutely ridiculous. That was the hardest part, was getting a wizard up the levels so it could survive. And once you had a survivable wizard with a few spell slots, they were absolutely insane. And she kind of got moved up to the big kids table, and he who was actually there was cool. I guess he still had fun, but he was on the little kids table while she instantly got bumped up to the big kids table because she obviously brought the really crazy thing along. So yeah, it's a really interesting video on Matthew Colville. It's from a while ago. It's by a guy who's been playing D&D since advanced D&D and first edition and stuff like that. So if you're interested in Dungeons and Dragons, I'd advise giving that a look. It's a really interesting.
I think the only video I've watched in all D&D was some sort of church propaganda that basically,
Oh,
Church
yeah.
is
That basically said Dungeons and Dragons was yeah. That was during the satanic panic of the early 90s and late 80s. And people think that was a lot further back than I think it was. The satanic panic was yeah. And yeah, it was, people were really, really thought that a lot of stuff was, Harry Potter got accused of Satanism and stuff like that. A lot of it gets accused of being heretical or trying to convert your kids or do something like that. The classic one we all know, I'm not going to say it here, but Jesus, if we go look into it, Kellogg's was designed, this is absolutely true, you can look this up, Kellogg's was designed to make people stop masturbating.
What?
The Kellogg's Cornflake cereal was made to help people, or to designed to make people stop masturbating.
How does that work?
Reduce masturbation.
Okay, this conversation is getting a little NF.
Yeah.
But how?
How? Well, I haven't I can't remember the exact I think the science was, as you would say, loosey goosey at best. But yeah, that's what they originally were made for. It was going to be to keep everything not exciting, like everything gets too exciting and young men can't control themselves. And, it's like, what else are you going to do? But like, you eat your sexy cereal, damn sexy cereal, and like any young man, you see the tiger, Tony's there, flaunting his male physique, or his tiger physique, I don't know, if it tickles you. I don't know what it is. I don't know what cereals they even were at that point. Like, I don't know. It was just weird. There was a lot of weird people saying really weird stuff. Yeah, that was during it was Kellogg's that designed that. Very strange people out there. And they think everyone else is weird. They're like, all these people who don't think it's that are weird, and it's like, okay, cool. I don't know how we win this game, but I feel like we're on the losing side already. Yeah, but I am.
What else have I been doing recently? I have.
Mm-hmm.
I have been playing on the Nintendo Switch 2. I've been playing Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong on the Nintendo Switch 2?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's basically Nintendo. I mean, it's Mario Kart. I'm not a huge Mario Kart fan, which is controversial.
It's fine. It's like, I was obsessed when I was in uni. I used to play obsessively.
I'd play with people, and I find it fun with people, but I don't just sit and play Mario Kart. I couldn't.
Yeah, no.
It's not something I'd play on my own. But I picked up Donkey Kong because it looked a little bit like Minecraft-y sort of stuff for the kids, and a lot of destruction and a lot of silliness. And Nintendo first-party titles tend to be pretty good, and it is excellent. It's a lot of fun. It's ridiculous. It's amazing. And
are you and the kids all playing it together?
Yeah.
Can Thomas and Neve both engage with that, or is it like?
Yes, so both of them have engaged fully with the game. Like, they are enjoying it. Like, it's kind of one of those, like, you play a board game and it's just like loot party. You're just getting stuff all of the time. You're just winning.
Yeah.
No matter what you do, you're winning. And it's like that. So it's based around like the concept of destruction.
Yeah.
So you destroy everything. The whole environment. You can dig down, you can punch tunnels in the ground, you can punch through rocks and create caves and all sorts of things.
Big fan, yeah.
It's literally just insane. And every time you do this, you get gold and you get like bits. And for a more grown-up player, like, there are tactics with this. So if you're facing a boss that rushes you and stuff, you can bury yourself under the ground and then pop up underneath to hit weak points.
Okay.
But for the kids, it's just like wanton destruction. It's just like every time they do something, they're rewarded with gold. So they're loving it.
Yeah. They're just hearing the happy sounds. They're beating the fun things. The monkey does cool stuff. Like, one more questions.
Yeah. And actually, it's genuinely like quite a good game. But again, another Nintendo first party title. I don't think. It was about £58, which is about average for a game. But it's something like games are heading towards the £80 mark.
Yeah.
Unless you're a PC player.
Well, there's two types of market now, they think. There's like basically because of like, I'm not going to get too political, because of certain changes in like the marketplace. I think there's two kinds of games you buy now. You basically have like the AAA titles, and you have the indie games.
Yeah.
And that's what's kind of happening now. We're getting like basically you're either an indie game or you're a AAA title, and there's kind of nothing in between. Like, where in the past you had what was called like Triple C and Triple B games.
Don't exist anymore.
Yeah, we don't really have, because it's not financially viable anymore to really have those games in the game marketplace. And I've talked to people who are way smarter than me on this, and they're the ones who kind of explain this to me. So it's like, I was like, cool. Like, that's
that mutual friend who works.
That and a few others. Like, yeah. People who have worked in that industry and like who have knowledge in that industry. Yeah, and they were like, this is kind of what's happening. Like, and it's. And like Ara and I were talking about it, and like and some of the people who are involved in like that kind of, who've been involved in that field, and kind of.
It's always a bit of a risky field, isn't it? It's like.
Well, I mean, it's really crazy because if you want to get like really interesting, like obviously Baldur's Gate was like a big game changer for anyone who like didn't know. Like, Baldur's Gate was like a huge game changer because Baldur's Gate was like, if you treat your staff well and pay them properly, like, and you produce these like AAA titles that are really good. It turns out it makes like a ton of money, and it's like, wow, who figured out that, like, not trying to milk it to death,
treating people fairly, doing a good job, and all this other stuff just led to like a good product. I don't know. Like, take that as you will. Like, take that information, extrapolate what you as a person want to hear from it, and move on. Like, that's my standpoint on that. Like, I think it's the obvious answer is basically pay people an honest wage, treat them fairly, treat them with decency and dignity, and you'll get a good product. And that's as simple as that. Like, it doesn't need to be complicated. There's no like big conundrum there. But some people in the marketplace think like they're always trying to make a fast buck, a quick trick. Like, you know, they're trying to figure out the new way to like exploit the mechanics within reality, which is us, the worker. And the truth is, if you just pay people well, treat people fairly, and give them an honest wage, and people can do the job they love, which a lot of game designers are, you know, you'll end up with a good product, and it'll be really fun, and everyone will enjoy it.
Well, you say that, no, I can't back this up with evidence anymore at this point. But there was an article I read, so obviously I'm running a business, sort of, that's here. It exists. We are here.
But every industry is very different. You've got to remember that. The step one, you've got to remember every industry is a little
But
different.
there was it's an American company, so there's,
okay.
we're talking about bigger money here.
Is this like the article I read recently, which was like why my tenants are happy that we increased their rent by £600 a month?
No, but that's
a real article that existed in a British newspaper, FYI. So
they're happy about it.
Yeah, the tenants are buzzing that their rent has gone up £600.
I would be too.
yeah. I imagine you'd be ecstatic and unable to calm down. Yeah. I know I would.
As I panically look for a new house.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Oh, carry on. Sorry, you were saying there's an article.
The CEO of this company basically took a load of the profit from the company.
Yeah.
Took his own wage and trashed it.
Yeah.
Gave all of that money to the workers.
Yeah.
And over a period of 3 or 4 years, and it has been that now, his productivity of his business has like quadrupled or whatever. So now he can not only pay them all of that money that they got as a, like, I suppose like a test, but he can also make money for himself because his workforce are insanely happy. They're all able to buy their houses. They're all able to do whatever they need to do. They have plenty of time off. And
But why is that? Like, why is this a revolutionary business?
Yeah. Like,
why is this stuff that was in the 50s, like how you ran a company, now considered like revolutionary? We've gone full circle. Like, people thought they were inventing like how to make the human machine work better. Have you seen what Asda's trying to do? Like, God, we got really like kind of like
no.
Asda's now put a thing in place where they said they're gonna like basically send people in to work out how to make Asda staff more productive. So Asda staff aren't doing enough work. Like this is not me saying this. This was a newspaper article I read. I think it was like the Chronicle or the Guardian or something. They were saying like Asda staff are not working hard enough. They're going to be sending people in. It could fake article. It could be like it looked pretty real to me, and I had a little read of it, and it was basically like we're going to send people in to like look at us, look at the staff, and try and work out the best way to get more out of them. And like that's the problem. Like that's the issue. Not that we're not paying them.
Putting all of the, job taking, self checkout machines in and cutting wages and cutting hours.
Yeah. And also like also it's minimum wage jobs. So like you might even be getting like older people who are retired or people who maybe do it as like a second job, or like you're paying people minimum wage. I mean, I don't like know fully Asda's whole wage package, but if you're attacking the base wage workforce, I'm going to assume it's probably on minimum wage, and so it's like do with that information what you will, everyone. Once again, I'm not here to. My opinion, I think, is very very obvious. But I'm not going to tell people how to think.
Crush them into your boot.
Jackboot the poor, eat them, sacrifice them all. Forget eating the rich. We now need to eat the poor. That's the problem. We don't extrapolate enough from the workers. That's my issue. I think everyone is too lazy. That's the thing that we have. Everyone's too lazy. If everyone was less lazy, CEOs wouldn't have to go to Coldplay gigs like commoners and get caught kissing women. You know what I mean?
You'd have private booths. Yeah.
You'd have private places they could go to have their notorious affairs without anyone noticing. But it's you damn poors going around demanding equality and decency and all that nonsense. Ugh.
You know what I mean? Absolutely pathetic. Come on, get yourselves together. Have a think about it. You know, Jeff needs when his next marriage eventually fails and she leaves him because he's dead inside and exploits humans, you know. And when she realised she can just take, like, she's with him contractually long enough to take enough of his belongings to leave, because I know I would. You know, who's the real monster here? Because it's clearly not old innocent Jeff Bezos. Have you seen one of the other funny ones I saw recently was the guy that owns Spotify has bought like a company that like makes military drones that like bomb places, AI based military drones. Which, FYI, is a new. If you're into warfare, is a new very interesting step in like military warfare. Like if you're a bit of a war nut, I would recommend having a look at the new AI controlled drone strikes they did on Russia. Very historically, it's now been described as the biggest step forward in war since the nuclear bomb. Just so people are aware, like how people are viewing it inside certain governments.
Skynetting.
Well, you got to think. So what happened was, just if you're a little interested, is in Russia at one point, some supplies were sent over in regular like trading cargo crates. They reached their destination, and then these AI drones were set like basically the crates, like almost like in like a weird sci-fi film. The drones would deploy, the crates would come open, and then the drones would go out and strike locations that were needed to be striked.
Okay.
And that's how they work. And it's that's how you. But like they came out of like civilian supplies, like they could come out of anywhere. So like a cargo container could arrive in in a station somewhere. The doors can like pop open, and then all of a sudden like hundreds of armed drones with missiles could come out and start like firing weapons into.
Sounds like something out of a superhero movie.
Yeah. It's pretty crazy. It's the, like I said, it's the biggest step forward. Because now you genuinely don't know where the enemy's going to strike from. It's very like, oof. It is very crazy step forward in military and war technology.
American technology.
I'm assuming American. I don't know who did the strike. I'd have to once again look at the article. Everything I say, you know, I'm the guy who gives you the dodgy 40k law. Please go read and learn and get involved in our world. Like, it's super cool stuff. It's pretty interesting. Look at that. Look how brutal he looks now. Look how grimdark he looks. Like this dark metal. I want to wait for it to dry a little bit more. And and I'll brush them. And that's why I bought these sponges. So I could still get crap on my hands. Still got any in Kronz here? What's Kronz said he was doing?
Do you know if Kronz is still here?
Yeah,
nobody
there's two
spoke
people
for
here.
ages.
I'm going to assume Eddie and Kronz are here, and they're just having a nice little sit and playing their video games or painting their dollies and having a nice old time. So I was telling them before, but I don't know who was here. I'm looking at playing Malagast with Aura, which is a digital war game made by the guy who makes Lancer, which is a which is a tabletop roleplay game. He also makes the RPG Kane, which I quite like, and I've ran with Ara and Theo and really enjoyed. Recommend if you take a look at Kane, the RPG Lancer, and the war game Malagast is really cool, but it's like a digital one. I'm painting, Eddie's painting. He's painting Eldar. What Eldar are you painting, Eddie? Is it anything cool? Do I care? Is it wraiths? If it's wraiths or tanks, I'm instantly interested. Or spiders. I like the... what else do I like? The Death Jesters, but their faces are like... Not the Death Jesters, but you know what I mean? The Reaper Boys, but their faces are trash.
Now, little segue. Still painting related.
Yeah.
You seen the new Creature of Conquest? The floating one?
Yes.
And you liked it?
Yeah, I loved it.
But then did you see the Weaver's Court? Have you seen the Weaver's Court?
Yeah, I've seen the Weaver's Court, yeah.
And they are just horrific bug things.
Yeah, they're really cool. They're really, really... I can't, like... So they paused my thingy. I could reapply for it because I wasn't really doing it. I'm not really doing much to do with it. And it's fair that they paused it. And I didn't want to... At first I was like, hey, I'll email you. And I'm like, I can't get mad. So I'm like, I'm not sure. Like, I like my Spire, but like...
I might buy some of the models from the Weaver's Court, just own some of the models from the Weaver's Court. Have you seen the Fungal Boys as well? They have like a unit of little floating mushroom dudes.
I just seen it.
Some of the bug people are cool. Some of them I'm like, these are just slightly Spire but greener. I'm like, cool. Bug elves are kind of cool, but like, give me your monsters. Give me your weird and wonderful. Like, the more weird, the more wonderful, the more I'm in. Did you see the big evil like sepulchre thing for the undead guys?
Yeah.
That is insane. Like, Parabellum are pumping out some premium models.
It'll be huge as well.
It'll be amazing. It'll be amazing. There's a little part of me which is like, this is the problem right now. There's so many good war games out there. Like, the problem isn't that there's too much choice. Like, I want them all to succeed. I really like the look of Conquest. I mean, I own Conquest. I like Conquest. It's a cool game. I need to get my big flying monster. It's pretty evil. It's pretty cool. I really like Old World. I enjoy playing that with Sibs. I want to lock my army in. I want to play a bit of Trench Crusade. I'm a bit excited to play more Trench Crusade again. I think it's going to be really fun playing a little campaign if I can get people to agree on like what they want to do with the campaign. I think we just play games and I don't overthink it. I'm trying to think what else. My local store just moved to a new, bigger location, and they are now selling Conquest. Conquest seems to be getting bigger, Crons. It's getting bigger. It's happening. It is slowly happening. And I own a metric F ton of it, so I'm not like I'm in a position where I couldn't just play Conquest. I love Conquest. I think it's a great game. Strong game, Conquest. Well, it's ultimate activation. There's dinosaurs. There's now bug elves, which I'm a big fan of, and bug monsters.
The fish gnomes.
Okay, there's fish gnomes, unofficially fish gnomes. But
Well,
also,
they had them official fish gnome models.
yeah, but like they're not a faction because one of the things the guy hates is gnomes and like fish people. So that's why that's why it became a meme to make fish gnomes. Yeah. Like it's like if you went, I hate gun arms and like I don't know, and dwarfs, and every year you had to make a gun arm dwarf. Have you seen the new dwarf models they released? They look phenomenal, like these mega like dwarf avatars of war. Like there's some pretty cool stuff for Conquest right now. Some pretty heckin' cool stuff for Conquest if you're a Conquest.
I don't know what's coming for my faction though.
More dinosaurs.
I hope.
Probably.
I want Stegosaurus.
You want a Stegosaurus. Well, that was the thing. It looks so cool, like, and I own a ton of it, so it's not like I can't play that one. I'd rather keep up with the Spire than chase a new faction, though, I think, personally.
I'm going to watch you break.
I'll end up buying some of it, just to, like, convert stuff. Like, Jesus Christ, have you seen how many weird bug models I mean, I literally sat down against Gav and had, like, do you want to play this? Yeah, I just dug out this bug army I had built on, like, trays for friggin' Kings of War. I'm trying to stagger my plastic crack at the moment. I want to build more War Machine, as that seems the hype at the moment, trying to avoid 40k. Yeah, War Machine's really big here. I'm not gonna be too negative because I think it's had some pretty stiff bumps and stuff with some of our locals, but like it's very fun. Like I said before, I am waiting on magnets to arrive, and then I'm about to begin the world's biggest magnet fest.
No one's gonna hate War Machine.
I want to get the right magnets, and I want to do them all properly.
Isn't it? Like,
I like
my building is what you feel like magnetizing.
Yeah, I hate magnetizing. I find it's absolutely essential right now, and it's absolutely tedious. It's like I don't want to have to do it, but I have to do it.
I mean, if it's any consolation, and I found a perfect way to do it.
What?
So it's really quick, really swift. You were here when I took a power drill to my giant resin bottle.
Yeah, you're 120
I got away with it.
Yeah, that's what they say. That's what they always say. If you're ever in doubt, just get a power drill and apply it to the 120 pound fucking brittle resin model. That's what they say. Truth. So games I'm actually super interested in at the moment for all you two people out there, for Crons and Eddie, right? Here's on the DL, right? Kieran, Becky saw EOS Lizardmen and Dragon Stormy guys, and I think that might be her gateway. Crons, listen to me. Buy her the pretty models, but don't play that game. Like, find...
Play Spearhead. It's fine.
play Spearhead or something like that.
Hello.
Or
Yeah, you could play Spearhead of Lizardmen. You get a T-Rex in it. But
or play something like Hobgoblin, or look up some one-page rules. Like get her in bit, because you can always get to that game.
don't do it. Start with a lie. There's more than the page.
OPR, yeah, there's more than a page. They tricked us all with their crazy...
I actually really want to take a look at some of those games.
What? Is this almost you could get children into it, let's say?
No. Like,
Yeah.
I'm starting to feel like really sort of nostalgic towards like my entry levels of games.
Mm.
And I'm like starting to feel like,
Oh, fucking
you know, if I want to play a really complicated game,
Yeah.
I'm going to go in at like Infinity or something like that. I'm going to go somewhere there. And I'm going to go there because that's exactly what I'm looking for. And I know what I want. And I know I want to play a game that's just going to have my mind frazzled for 2 hours or whatever.
Yeah.
But like,
But that's
there's so
me and
many
Netrunner
people like
are-
picking like bits like this. And these elves, they're great. And I want to play Old World. That's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah.
And I don't mind the brain melty Old World.
Yeah.
But I can also use these elves to play with someone else in something that's not so brain melty because they can't play that.
Yeah,
And like, so I'm starting to feel a little bit more inclined towards this.
All of you, as you get older, will tumble into my inevitability, because I think Eddie's younger than me as well. I might introduce her to Conquest Dino Crocs. Great idea, Dynavox. Very cool idea.
Yeah, the Dinox are phenomenal.
The thing is, just buy them and paint them. Like, don't even feel the need to introduce her to the game inside. Just buy them and paint them. And then if she's like, I like to play games, the question you need to ask Crons is, what games do you want to play? That's how you win them over. That's how you get someone in. You move to their drums. Don't make them try and
So
move
for
to
my
yours.
wife, it was Moonstone. So Freya will play Moonstone. She actually actively asks to play Moonstone.
Yeah, that's how you get people in. You don't try and get them to. Sorry, everyone, I'm scratching my ear. You don't try and get them to play your game. If they're interested in your game, you play it. But if they don't like it, you can't get hung up on it. Move on to the next thing. Ask them what they like the look of and try it. Like that is the way you get people into wargaming. You've got to move to the beat of their drum, not they've got to move to the beat of yours.
I'm going to meet some insane person like Russell or me or Darren who just buy everything and play everything because we could. Like,
Yeah. And also like model agnostic games, premium. But like I know people like Eddie. Eddie's like a big like one game guy, which I appreciate. Like I like that. Eddie and also Eddie's a competitive player. If you're a competition player, you can't be fucking messing around with all these different games. Just already GW is I've always said, and I believe this, and it's almost like an insult and a compliment to Games Workshop. Well, Becky wants to play Stormforged Dog D&D. Do it, play it. It sounds like great fun. Do it already. Steamforged. Oh, sorry, I'm reading that. Yeah, Steamforged.
Yeah.
It's because it's corrected to an actual word. It probably uses more often, which is like the Stormforged, like Eternals and so on. Yeah, do it. Play it. Jordy's Crons, there's some great indie games out there called I Am a Cat and is it like I Am Cat, I Am COVID, which are one-on-one. I could even send you the book for
I Am COVID.
I am Cat. I own I Am Cat. I also could lend you a 1,000-Year-Old Vampire, and you could do 1,000-Year-Old Vampire with it if you want to get her into something like that. That could be fun for you two to do. But like Eddie, for example, obviously, like I think 40k is complicated, and this is not to say it's like a medical degree, but it's complicated in the same way like a medicine is complicated. Medicine requires an ability to absorb an incredible amount of information and retain it and recall it. Obviously, applying that is a huge part of the skill. It's not just learning it, it's the application of how you draw that knowledge. But the big part is obviously you have to retain all that knowledge. It's not a lot of, and it's going to sound really brutal, like creative thinking, right? And that's not to say like doctors can't be creative. It's just the thing of like the biggest battle have been like from talking to friends who did medical and then moved on to other things. I only have one friend. If you can figure out who it is, then you know who it is. But it sounds like the issue that they found was like it wasn't like this challenging duel of ideas. Like the facts are the facts. It is the fact. You recall the fact. You state the fact, and you do the fact. That doesn't mean it doesn't require a type of intelligence. Like it does require a very important type of intelligence. But like I think like with 40k, the kind of once you understand how all the mechanics work and how the machine runs, it's then just kind of you just play the machine out, right? That doesn't mean it isn't fun. It just means it's very like obviously the dice add the more random mechanic in. But like once you get it all down, it's like conversation, agreement, and then just basically dice are the craziest part of that game. Because obviously dice are the random part of it.
Yeah, so I always find like...
And that's the same with any miniature game, really, to be fair.
That's where like it doesn't speak to my personal tastes, because I always find like when they're playing competitive 40k, like you have the table layout predefined for you, and it is an exact mirror every time. And like at that point, it feels like you can learn it like chess. Like the dice can fuck it up, but you're trying to reduce that probability, aren't you? And you learn your faction. You know you move this to here. It's almost like.
But also,
I don't know many chess like plays, but they like literally go.
But also, I think the thing is, it's how much you know about your opponent's army.
Yeah.
So like the more you know about the game, like your breadth of knowledge is as important as your depth of knowledge.
Yeah.
So like the ability to know like
asymmetric chess.
Yeah. Well, it's to me it's more like because there's no asymmetry in like I guess in the victory condition, but there's asymmetry in the game design, I guess. But like I think that's every game design. But like it's that thing of like you know that this orc unit is range 12, so therefore you like. Also, that means you have to ask your opponent less questions because, like, some people will play it and they'll make disadvantageous plays because they won't know where to put their stuff, they won't understand the rules properly, and that's where the victories come from. It's like you win when people make mistakes. That is how you win, like in battles. Like,
well, it's trying to make them make a mistake, isn't it?
Yeah. It's putting pressure, it's setting traps, it's baiting the mistake out, it's hoping that they don't have the knowledge, and sometimes if they do have the knowledge, you just lose. Like that's the hard fact. Sometimes, unfortunately, in some games, though, it can just be straight numbers. If your numbers are better than your opponent's numbers in the beginning, say, for example, you only need to roll 2-ups and they need to roll 3-ups, then it's already in your court because it's like you're in a more. But then obviously it's hard. Normally, you'll find it counts on how the game's designed. But like, if you need lower numbers to succeed, you'll normally have less models or other things like that, and blah blah blah. But yeah. It's very interesting, like as a concept, but like GW is a very interesting one for me. Like, I just think I wouldn't even say I'm that bad. I'm just burnt out. Like, I just think I've done it enough. Like, I've got no desire. I've got no great desire to play 40k. But that's not to say 40k is bad or good. It's to say that I think you can turn around and go, I've ate enough cake. I don't want any more cake. And no one goes like, tell me your opinion on cake. It's like it's cake. It's good. Like it's fine. Like. I like this cake, I don't like this cake, and that's my opinion on cake, but I don't want to eat it anymore. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just done. Like, I don't need to have any greater decision than that.
So I've been using Vallejo paint for the first time.
I like Vallejo paint a lot.
My opinion on Vallejo paint is very high.
Yeah, I've always used Vallejo. I haven't always, I use some Procreate, but I keep telling you, I've always used Vallejo paint.
Yeah, I'm surprised they don't come with shakers in.
Yeah, because they sit real bad.
That it wasn't that necessary from these, but I am using the BSL set that's just came out from Angel Giraldez, and I'm just messing about with these paints just to try it. I'm actually doing it because I've had a real bad time with Pro Quill on Colourforge Primer. Like a real bad time.
Oh, is that? Yeah, yes, that was the paint that. Yeah, I never even thought of it.
Because we were painting.
I know it happened to me tonight.
Yeah, so I just wanted to try a different paint. So I've looked into that, and apparently, like, there's something in the Colourforge Primer that makes the paints from Pro Acryl,
like
it repels them.
Wow.
And it's not all of the paints, it's only some of them. And so, like, all of the suggestions I've come across online are like, well, just going with the heavy dry brushes. And I'm like, well, yeah, but I primed my model this colour. Like, I'm trying to do this fast. I'm not wanting to do that.
That's interesting.
And it left me with a little bit of a bad taste. Now, I love Pro Acryl paints. I love the matte finish. But I also love Colourforge primers for taking away the bulk of the basic painting.
Yeah.
And I shouldn't have to then go in and airbrush everything on top of that just so my paint's going to stick. So I don't know whether it's a Colourforge problem or a Pro Acryl problem, but I'm not keen on it.
Well, I think you could see it either way, right? Like if you're, it's not really, it's a problem in the sense of it's a you. I don't mean this in like to have a criticize of you, but like you're like, hey, this spray paint technique for me at the minute is really, really good. And the problem is you're like, I love the spray paints, but Procryl isn't working anymore, so Procryl isn't suiting your desires right now.
Yeah.
So it's not that Procryl are bad as such.
Oh no, they're great paints. Like
It's just that
I love the
Procryl
colours.
Yeah.
But what I'm really liking, I mean, this set is set out like this. It is set out like this. I've got it behind me here, but it's set out in like 4 colour blocks, and it's for your base, your shadow, and your light, and your dark.
Yeah.
Like, basically, and so.
Does it have Geralda's favourite colour in there? Yeah, it does. That's one of his favourite colours. One of mine.
Foul green.
Foul green, beautiful green, unreal green. Opposite of foul, fantastic green.
But like, it's interesting that like, because I've never came across that with any of the paints and any of the primer. Like, I've not had it do that bad. I've seen it before, but not like that.
So I didn't even click on that tonight, right? So I primed one of my models with all of my models have been primed with what the hell is it called?
Colourforge.
Colourforge. And I wanted to put a light wash of black, Procryl coal black, over the gun that had a zenith highlight, just to add so I watered down like a glaze, like I made a glaze with my black paint, but it instantly was awful. Like I had to just pound on a big layer and then let it dry and then try and like almost wipe it away, which is not what I wanted to do, but it kind of worked. It wasn't great, but it had to do.
Yeah.
I was like, right, I'll make the best of a bad situation. And I thought, damn, it's doing it again. I never thought, because it didn't happen with all my paints, but I use a mixture of Vallejo and Procryl. So it's happening with my Procryl and not with my Vallejo.
Let's save the Colourforge primer, yeah.
Yeah. That's really interesting because I found it happening a little bit on the cloak when I was using the dark magenta, but it wasn't as prominent as with other colours. But the dark magenta, which is one of my favourite Procryl paints, dark magenta,
I like Jade.
Yeah, Jade's quite nice. I mean, Jade's just a nice colour anyway. But once again, Vallejo make fantastic Jades. I don't know if Vallejo make the same kind of dark magenta. But yeah, that explains why we're having that problem. That's really interesting because I want to. You saw how I'm bashing out all my. It looks like I'm going not Zinch. It looks like I'm going Slaanesh. It looks like Russell Zinch and now Slaanesh.
What happened?
Either way, they're going to be orange, so it doesn't matter. So pick your gods, really. But it looks like my stuff's going to be. I want to love Zinch, but it's the classic problem of in the rules they're just like they're not doing anything. And as soon as you start to fail me in the rules and you don't work how I want you to work in the rules, then there's another sexier god I can replace you with.
Oh, Chaos.
Yeah, Chaos. Yeah. I can pick another sexier god I can go worship, and he'll give me everything I desire. He'll give me all the kind of kisses I want. You want to kiss they, thems, zim, zems, she, he, whatever you want. You can kiss everyone. Give everyone kisses. And I'm like, cool, I'll have your kisses. Give me all your diabolical kisses.
So you got for Slaanesh?
I think so, yeah. I need a one Andrew Pizzopelli to, I don't know why I made it Italian, it's Polish. But why not be funny with it? To help me write up another list. Maybe I should nag him about it and be like, hey, Mr. Man who knows all the facts, help me, please.
He was in on Sunday.
I know he's left. Did he pick his model up from up there? Has he actually picked
I
up?
have no idea. I wasn't actually in. I called in and I seen him temporarily.
I could have came down, but I was actually doing like.
He has smashed out a cafe army.
Yeah. He's really good at getting those armies on the table. Like he is.
It made me realise that I spent far too much time like debating the colour of a gem on a standard wood elf you're never going to see. So I'm trying to go with these, not for 3 colours in a wash, but for quickness. I have primed them all sorts of greens, and then I've put some leather on. I'm now colouring in the bow. I'm doing 10 of them at the minute. I'm not doing 40 at a time. I can't do it. But they're going to get these 10 like with these colours on. And then I'll pull out the flesh and I'm going to put like one piece of colour somewhere. They all seem to be wearing a little scarf.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll put a piece of colour in there. And then I'm going to wash them down and see what they actually look like when I base them. But I think in a unit, they're going to look pretty good. And maybe, just maybe, somewhere in this life, I will paint a full army.
You must have painted 4 armies before.
Yeah,
All
I did
Dark
my
Age.
High Elves were done. The Dark Age, I painted on my Dark Age armies. My High Elves were, the Skirmish doesn't count. Like, my High Elves were probably the best. My Lumineth Realm Worlds.
I once painted 2,000 points plus, maybe even 3,000 points of orcs. Eddie, Mr. Chatters knows this because he saw we played a game once, many moons ago, when I didn't need glasses, and I was, I don't know, probably less returned, in the top of a Games Workshop in Newcastle, where I ran. I don't know if he was on my team or not, but I'm sure I ran the Green Tide. Is AOS bad right now? No.
No, AOS is actually in a really good place. So it just had a new, what are they called?
Crons, who you play with is what makes a game, if I'm 100% honest with you. Like, if you want to play, if she wants to play 40k, play for 40k. My opinion of it does not matter. Like, realistically, if I don't enjoy it, that's my opinion. It's a friggin' game, who cares? My god, am I evolving? Am I becoming a better person? This is so weird.
No, you're just going to say something incredibly heinous shortly.
Yeah, I think AOS seems really good. It seems in a really cool place. I would recommend listening to a dude called Haywar. He's super chill, and I like his opinions. But that's because he's super chill, and I like
General's Handbook. The new General's Handbook really changed the game. It's like in a 0.5 in an edition. They absolutely changed the entire way the game works.
It's a whole new game.
And it's really working for people.
Nice.
Like, so remember how Spearhead automatically puts those 5 points on the board, and like those are your objectives, and so on and so. So the new General's Handbook comes with 5 objective markers.
Yeah,
they're really good ones as well. If you see the GW ones, they've got like the felty back like this, and they stick to the mat really well. So they've put those in, and so a lot of the objectives are based around catching the dragon one, or catching the lion one, or the whatever pictures is on them.
Yeah,
but also the battle tactics that you always used to forget.
Yeah,
you can't forget anymore. You pick a battle tactic card at the beginning of the game, and it has phases. So you're no longer just randomly flailing. You're picking 2 of them, I think, and then you can score from each of the phases. So you have to complete phase 1 to move on to phase 2. So it might be like the one you pick is all about, like, I don't know, violence towards leaders. So it'll be like, kill an enemy hero, then kill the generals, the next one, or whatever. And so it's actually like in a really good place, because you play these out, you never get that point where you've taken your turn and go, oh, forgot my battle tactic. Like, stuff like that. And so I feel as though it's strong right now.
Okay, so you're liking where it is, which means during this Crons, check it out. It seems very interesting.
And you've always got Spearhead, which is a great entryway to play that game. It doesn't give you it all, but it certainly lets you get used to the concept of like the units and moving.
And once again, you can clearly play this version, and then if I don't like that, you could try some OPR. We could send you the OPR book. If you don't like that, we could find something else. There's always another way you can use your dollies.
Yeah, you take those dragons on square bases and play Kings of War or Hobgoblin.
Hobgoblin is super generous with the rules on that one. Very good on that. I really like Hobgoblin. Yeah, very, very big on that one.
So there's 1,000 ways to do this.
Man. You just get the dollies you like, paint them up, have fun.
The main thing, like with GW games over all of these other ones, is you know what you're getting, and you can walk in a shop and you can get a game. And that's kind of just a bit like, anyone that's got this army is going to play Age of Sigmar. If they've got an Age of Sigmar army, they're most likely going to play Age of Sigmar. So I think it's the same with 40k, like the popularity of the brand and like the strength of the followers, the tenacity of the followers of that brand. Like, there can be nothing else. And they are quite often not prepared to use their models in different ways.
I would say the one that I find really interesting about it the most is that if you listen to people from the US, they're a lot more because Geach and GW doesn't have as much of a stronghold in the US. Like, there's no really official stores or whatever. It's just like any other war game. It's like you use whatever models you want to use. So in GW you have something called the Outrider program, which was originally based in the US, and the Outrider program was like the press gang program over here, and GW withdrew it. Probably a decade ago or more now. Yes, you don't really have like. Okay, there might be official stores in the US now. I don't know, but I'm sure a lot of it is done
If
through.
there is, it might just be like New York.
I know there's one in Tokyo.
I do as well because I think it was Steve from here went to it.
Yeah, official GW.
They've got to at this point,
in
right?
the USA. The official Games Workshop in the United States typically refers to Games Workshop, a GW company known for the blah, 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 US presence. Games Workshop has a strong presence in the US with retail stores and distribution centers. So there clearly are retail stores. Can we have a map? Can we see where they are? I want to see where they are. Where can we go on? Can we go online? Should we have a look? I'm really curious. No, I'm on my phone. We don't go online anywhere else. I'm just going with my phone. Reject all cookies. I'm going to say I'm from US English, whatever. Okay, and then we want to see if we go. Can I find a store? Store. No, that took me to Dolly's, which is funny, but not what I want. Can I find a store? Here we go. Blah 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 blah. Okay, let's zoom out. Okay, yeah, in the US. Yeah, there's tons. Okay, there's not tons. There's a. Okay, well, no, there's loads. Is that actually what I think it is? Okay, let me zoom in. I'm trying to zoom in. Okay. No, there must be tons now. That looks like a delete independent retailer. Okay, that's an independent retailer. Okay, what's this one? The old. Oh no, here we go. Bam. Warhammer Midland in Midland Marketplace in America. Bam, there we go. So there are now official GW stores in the United States of America. I didn't even know that anymore. That's great. You have stores in Grapevine, Texas. I'm seeing a lot of Texas. Okay, they're not official ones. Okay, so there's 2 official ones in Texas alone. Wow, that's interesting. I did not know that. Wow, there's tons of stores in the US. GW really pushed back into the US. We've probably done that for decades now. Then I'm probably so out of the loop. Okay, there's only one Games Workshop official GW. That can't be real. In New York, there's the Warhammer on 8th Street, Greenwich Village in New York. I wonder how many English people go there and go like. I'm going to guess there's probably one in nearly every state now, right? Should we have a look if there's one in Vermont? Nope. Doesn't look like Vermont has one. No. Okay, but that's cool though. So yeah, there's now official stores in the US. But like, once again, it's a huge country, right? Like New York's a gigantic state and it has one official Games Workshop. You know what I mean? Like that's not gonna like cover the blooming. I bet if we go look at the UK, there's one every like 20 miles. Like, you know what I mean?
I mean, there used to be one in Whitley Bay, didn't there? One over there.
Was there really?
Yeah, the post office.
Oh, there was a one-man store, wasn't there? I think I used to know the guy that worked there, actually. I think Mitchell used to have a friend that worked there. Yeah, but there we go. The US do actually have official GWs. I cannot say that and be ignorant anymore.
I mean, you can, but you'd be lying.
I'd be a liar and a crook. It's placed me in Grapevine, which is hilarious because I'm not from. Yeah, there are.
I do believe I need to buy some new brushes, Russell.
Would you like to know how many stores there are in the US roughly?
How many stores are in the US?
What selling Games Workshop in North America, not including Canada? Would you like to roughly guess? I'm gonna say. I don't need a perfect number, but to like the 100th.
42,000. No, it's 42.
I mean stores that's like including this
sell
place.
Games Workshop.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, maybe 10,000?
About 3.
About 3,000.
Yeah, not as many as you'd think. Like little war game stores and stuff. There
That's
was
LGW. It's gotta be more.
39 in Los Angeles alone.
So what you're saying is we.
I found the official Games Workshop in Los Angeles, in California, in CA, California. It is Games Workshop, Larwin Square, 650 East 1st Street, Tustin, CA, 92780 US. You could ring them right now and ask how they're doing.
Are they open?
I don't know what time it is. Yeah, they'll be open. They're about 9 hours behind us.
Give me a ring or something.
There's another one. There we go. Bam. Riverside. Yeah, GW is definitely in the United States. Yeah, in a place called... in a shopping centre across from EOS Fitness. Oh, if I was in America, I'd love to randomly go to a GW and be like, oh, I've got one of these back home. Then it's like going to McDonald's, isn't it? It's like an American coming here and going to McDonald's and being like, they call it a quarter pounder with fries or whatever, you know, the line from friggin' thingy. Chicken Royale, like it's Chicken Royale. No, was it
a Royale with cheese?
A Royale with cheese. A Royale with cheese. I love that line. Great film. Bam, here's another store. Warhammer Franklin. Official Warhammer store. It's definitely further than that away. But yeah, that's crazy. Because when GW pulled out of the US, well, they used to have something like the Press Ganger program, which pulled out where obviously didn't have the stores and the foot they have there now. But now they have like a couple of stores each. But remember how big a state is though. Like if you only have 3 stores in a state, that's still like England's only as big as Florida, and I think Florida is one of the smallest states. So like if they have 1 store in Florida, imagine if England had 1 Games Workshop.
Nottingham.
Yeah, and it won't be like Nottingham. Because you remember Nottingham's Warhammer. What? Is it home time?
He's not here anymore. The reason I can't find the stuff I keep looking for that fella is Isaac forgot to bring them in.
My apologies. It's 10 o'clock though.
Okay, it is 10 o'clock.
Sorry we started so late, everyone. Thanks for Eddie and Kieran for sticking around. Anyone else who watches this should be ashamed of yourselves. You should have been here. No.
Wow.
Yeah, why not? You know what I mean? If they watch this back and they hear that, I'll be very impressed.
If they've watched all of that ranting for that length of time.
Yeah. If someone comes into the store and can say like one of the shops that I quoted, I'll buy them a drink. Like there you go. Night. Yeah.
He's not specified the price of said drink. Harrods do some pretty.
From the shop, I will buy them a can of pop. If they can quote.
Luckily, Russell's bill is £7,000. No. Come get your drink.
No, everything's $7,000. It's so expensive. It's like a bag of crisps, $7,000. Weirdly though, Kieran's house is only £7,000 for me though. But unfortunately, he does come with his children. He said that has to be part of the inclusion. So I sleep safely each night. But yeah, thanks, Crons, and thanks
guys.
Thanks, Eddie. It's been good seeing you guys.
We'll try and advertise it a bit more next time. It should be in 2 weeks' time. I will double check my wife's shifts.
Yeah, we're now beholden to kind of fresh shifts, aren't we? A little bit. So
yeah, we.
Well, if we need to do it next week, then do it next week. If she's busy the week after, you know what I mean? We should do it when the weeks that she's like not here.
Yeah, it will be a little bit more sporadic, but maybe if I try and advertise it a little bit more. We're also going to do some other stuff, like not just paint. We will we'll play a game.
We should play Flick Fleet.
We can play some Flick Fleet. We'll do some other bits and bobs.
Because Jackson, so just randomly, I know I should have done this at the beginning, but one of our friends is running part of the UK Games Expo, the Northeast Games Expo. So yeah, Jackson Pope, who makes games, and there's a game in the shop called Flick Fleet, and I want to play it. And we should do it on